Yes, I've been asked to say a few words about these two mosaics. I'll talk a bit about the theology behind them and describe some of the elements that you'll see and a bit about the technique. This is obviously the crucifixion. It's made probably of about 200,000 little what are called tesserae made out of handmade glass and verres, and each piece is broken up by hand. So it's a long, long process. But I'd like to concentrate now on the theology behind the image. So let's start from the top. Of course, centre is Christ. Now the first thing people notice often is that Christ, though he is obviously dead, the expression on his face is more of someone asleep. Now one of the reasons for this is that Christ is the second Adam. And remember the story in Genesis, that God put the first Adam to sleep, and then while he was asleep, God created Eve out of his side. So here, the second Adam dies on the cross, which is a form of sleep, and then his side is pierced and water and blood come out. So the church, the new Eve, is created from the death of Christ. Very often in an icon, we don't do things naturalistically, so that we can abstract things a bit. In this case, a dead person looks more asleep, so that we can make it more realistic, so we can bring out theological truths that we couldn't express if it were naturalistic. We notice then also the arms of Christ. He's not hanging down like this, like someone who's defeated. His arms are more horizontal because he has willingly embraced death. He's the only human, because he's God also, who didn't have to die but chose to embrace death so that he could overcome death, which is, of course, the theme of the resurrection. I mentioned the blood coming from his side. If we go down below, we see the blood coming from Christ's feet onto a skull. Now, the crucifixion occurred at Golgotha, which meant the place of the skull. So this, by tradition, is Adam's skull. So the blood of the second Adam raises up the first Adam, because this blood is divinized blood. It's the blood of a human being who is also God. We notice, going up from the top again, these two strange things. These are the sun and the moon. The sun on the right, the moon on the left. Because Christ is the creator of the world and the sustainer of the world, when he died on the cross, the whole of the creation was affected. There was an earthquake, the skies went dark. This is why actually Longinus, the Roman soldier, converted. He said, "Truly, you are the Son of God." So the sun and the moon mourn the death of their creator. But on the other hand, it helps us worship the creator rather than the creation, because we realize that the sun and the moon, who many people worship, are actually dependent on the creator. This man on the cross is also God. And this is why on the head of the Christ we have the two words "o on." We can only see the last two letters. These two Greek words "o on" are the Greek translation of Jehovah, and means the existing one, the one who is, the I am who appeared to Moses in the burning bush. On the left we have Mary and the Virgin Mary and Mary Magdalene. It struck me once that martyrdom is a great gift, and yet the Mother of God and John the Evangelist here weren't martyrs. And I think one reason why they didn't have to be martyrs, and the word martyr means witness, is that they had witnessed the Lord's crucifixion, that they had been crucified, been martyred as it were, through compassion, through identification with Christ. A sword had pierced the Mother of God's heart. So we see in her face this, on the one hand, intense sorrow and grief, but she remembers the promises given to her. The sword shall pierce your heart, but the Lord's name shall be known throughout the world. So compassion is a form of martyrdom. It's a form of witnessing to the Lord's presence in the midst of what appears to be the Lord's greatest disaster. Here we have John the Beloved and Longinus, the Roman soldier who repented. That's what I'd like to say about the crucifixion. We can pass now to the resurrection.